How y'all doing? This is the Jesse Morgan Podcast Show. We are live. It is 10:20 in Dallas, Texas. We are live. We just here. I'm just here trying to plug people in, and then we're gonna get this started because that's what we do, right? That's what we do. I love y'all. I know on my other podcast, I had like a red. But, had to get that off. Right? But I'm here. I'm calm. We're talking about finding a remedy within. Instead of sometimes we do have to go to places to find that remedy or that hope or that peace of mind, whatever. But sometimes we have things in us that we can use, the tools that we can use to gather, our thoughts and make it peaceful for us in this crazy world. Even in our crazy household or our crazy life. All on the Jesse Morgan Show. So I just wanted to give y'all, saying that y'all not alone. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And finding out your SelfRemedy. So this is how we're going to do it. I love y'all. And we're going to get this started like we always do. The time of the show, and let's get started. Let's go.
I remember all of the things that I thought I wanted to be. So desperate to find a way out of my world and finally breathe. Right before my eyes I saw my heart, it came to life. This ain't easy, it's not meant to be. Every story has its scars, but when the pain cuts you deep, and when the night keeps you from sleeping, just look and you will see that I will be your remedy. When the world seems so cruel, and your home makes you feel like a fool, I promise you will see that I will be your remedy. No river is too wide or too deep for me to swim to you. Come whatever, I'll be the shelter that won't let the rain come through. Your love, it is my truth, and I will always love you. Love you. When the pain cuts you deep, and when the night keeps you from sleeping, just look and you will see that I will be your keeps you from sleeping. Just look and you will see. I will be. When the world seems so cruel and your heart makes you feel like a fool, I promise you will see. I will be.
Your remedy. I can't sing, y'all. I mean that though. From the great phenomenal. See my top 5 singles of Dead and Alive. All singles. A Great Adele coming off the 25 album. Her latest album, one of her best work. Well, 19 is really one of whatever. We can debate on that. But today's podcast is about if you can't find, it's about finding the self-remedy. I mean that by finding, in a nutshell, finding things that you can do to help yourself to get through the day, or get through the week, or get through the month, or get through the moment, or get through the minute. That's what I mean by self-remedies. It starts with the mind. It starts with the heart, and it starts with the soul. Because we gotta go. Like for some people, anxiety and panic attacks, and the mental health start really kick in when you're by yourself. I always say, idle mind is the devil's playground. If you believe in God, if you believe in anything else, that's a good and a bad. And if you by yourself, the bad could try to come in. We gotta stop that. And that's how it starts. We let the outer mind wander, and then it just affects everything around us. It affects our day. It affects our body. It makes us affect us, the people around us, not just including yourself. Just like the old saying, so whatever you do, has a cause and effect, and and that, you gotta think about that too. And like I said, I always give tools, and I always give thoughts of things I can say, or I can put out to be like, okay, this maybe is one thing for somebody that can use to just get out the bed, or just to feel like they have something. Because what it really is, really when it comes down to not just man but women too in general, generally if you have it in you, or you just whatever, you don't. The hardest thing to walk around is not having a purpose. But for the people that mean something to them, that means the world to them. And the people who don't, for the people who that doesn't mean that much to them, means really nothing to them. See, and then you got, and it's crazy too, because you got relationships to people that are the total opposite when it comes to that. I mean, they're good with a lot of other things, but when it comes to that, so they wouldn't understand the reason why you struggling right now, internally and mentally. You fucked up right now. Because you feel lost. Because you feel like everybody doing. Because you feel like, see what it is, a lot of times, and how we feel like everybody else doing something, but I'm not. And when I was doing something, I was hitting it hard. Feel like you just got your legs cut from you for no damn reason. It's like you got it's something you just got randomly just got hit. But millions of other people dealing with this too. And people say, well, I'm not the only one, but people are like, man, fuck that. I don't care about that. But in a way, you're supposed to have to. That would make us a human. Empathy. Remember, you're not that person wanted to. And you gotta know. And like I always say, and I said this in another podcast too, but if you're the first time listening, if you heard this before, then maybe you need to hear it again. But I always say, sunny days wouldn't feel so special if it wasn't for rain. Joy wouldn't feel so good if it wasn't for pain. Death gotta be easy because life is hard, because it can leave you mentally and physically scarred. That's just life. I mean, you can't. At the end of the day, life gave you some cards, right? It's about how you. It's about how you deal it. It's about how you deal them. You gonna when you get some cards and you just gonna sit on it and pout on it, or you gonna play the hand that you know what I'm saying, that the universe gave you and try to make the best out of it. It's not like you haven't done this before. You know what I mean? You've been doing this before, and you didn't did it. Why you can't do it now? Everything, all the things that you saying the reasons why you can't do it is excuses. It's fair. You can't be scared of your own self, and that's what that is. Being afraid of your own self. And being afraid what people gonna think. Who cares you, the 50-year-old guy, you know what I'm saying, a room for a 20-year-old? But I own that shit. Cause if they don't, you know what I'm saying, cause if you don't own it, they ain't gonna respect it. They ain't gonna see it for what they ain't gonna see it for what you really are. So how can I believe in you? How can I believe in you and you don't even, if I know you don't believe in yourself? That's not happening. On no level. So, but whatever the cause that was dealt to you, you just can't sit there and pout about them. You gotta play the hand. That's the rule of the game of life. And trust me, I know it's depressing. I know it's sad. And trust me, I've been in a little funk myself because I want to go out and I want to do things. I want to travel and I want to do things because I'm a people person. You know what I'm saying? I love people. I love interacting with people. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm my wings are clipped. So my biggest mental hump is I'm gonna give y'all exclusive. To be honest with y'all, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give y'all exclusives right now. I got a sound effect too. Watch this. Okay, that's whack, people. But I got exclusive. Sorry, I won't do it again. I do better. Mark 2.5 probably gonna climb it for that. Okay, you talking about that. Pause. My two mental health blocks are the two things that I need to self improve on. One, I feel like I walk around every single day and I feel like nobody got my back. I'm talking about my wife, I'm talking about my friends, family. At the end of the day, I feel like if everything all said and done, I have to start down. I mean, ground zero by myself. I mean, I feel like if something popped off tonight, I wouldn't even. I wouldn't have nobody to call to go over. Like, man, I'd be happy to call the hotel. So I mean, so like that, like I my thing is, I always feel like that. I always felt like that growing up. So that always, manifested into my adult life, and then into like my older life now. That's what I had to work on. Cause even right now, I can talk to somebody every day. I'd be like, man, and I never could count on nobody because I guess I'm always the doer in the majority of my situations. Like I'm the person that counted out. Say something, do something, make something happen, chase some bushes or something. But I don't do anything I do for accolades or for anything back. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a true forgiver. You know what I'm saying? I don't go down. I'm just glad that you're good. World be better places if more people thought like that. I think so. And my second one is my second one is I feel like I'm standing still. It's like, there's a difference between doing what you have to do and doing what you want to do. Like, I do what I have to do. But doing what you want to do is doing it and having fun at the same time. That's my struggle. Because I want to live like I never worked a day in my life. Of course, I was doing that before the whole pandemic. Now it's kind of like, I do a little bit, but as I know through the podcast, with the strip club and all that stuff, I do all that stupid shit, but like parties and stuff like that, but whatever. One thing is, like, it's still like capped. They're limited. So that can be the mind fuck too. But you just gotta create big things. But for a tool for that, you can create big things in a small atmosphere. You can make something grand in a small place. You know what I'm saying? Have the right people around. It's a motherfucking party. That's for my single people and married people, or somebody got a significant other relationship. Shit, make that happen. What? You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, if you thinking that way, then okay, cool. If you thinking another way, have a social gathering, people around, cocktails. People dressing up. You know what I'm saying? Just having road folks over. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, make it like a bar scene. You know what I'm saying? Have somebody be a bartender. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, you could either hire one bartender. You know what I'm saying? They're at your house or whatever. Boom. Set the place up, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I can do shit like that, man. Just make it fun, make it activity. Make activities for yourself. Activities are always good and always fun, always helpful. Yeah, and also give yourself tasks. That could be a self-remedy. Give yourself tasks. Just say, I'm going to do like these 3 things in the morning time. I got 3 things on my list that I got to do. When you did that, when you complete tasks, what happens? You accomplish things. So, but even so, if them shits don't work, I'm here. You call me, email me, Twitter me, Instagram me. I'm here for you. I be paying attention, and I be, thank you for listening, that do comment, that do send emails, and I really appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. And I do right, and the people who do know listening, I do respond back. So, yeah, I'm out for y'all. So, I mean, I'm always, like my remedy is God, is Jesus Christ. So I just pray. And I just pray and pray and pray. You hear my prayers, my heart. So, really just go for that. I really just go for that, really. That's my goal for bro. So, pretty much. I just love it, you know what I'm saying? I just love it. I just love everything. You know what I'm saying? Even under this fucking horrible shit going on in America, man. I ain't say my piece, but you also got other people who is fighting. I'm fighting. Cause, you know what I'm saying? Because I know the people who care. I know y'all listen. I know y'all care. Why y'all listen? Y'all know what I'm about. So I know y'all care. So you know what I'm saying. Keep on a good fight. I'm not a fucking asshole. Like I recognize good people. Just like I know it's not all bad cops. Like what we doing? A couple bad apples can spoil the bunch. Of course, we know that. But I'll see y'all out here. But yeah, tools that you can use to self build, self motivate, and self build yourself. But first though, you gotta get out that bed though. Set that alarm clock. Even if you set the alarm clock just to take a shower, you got up at the bed. Put some clothes on, some underwear, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Boom. That got you. Excuse me, that got you up. If you one of those individuals or some individuals that right now that can't even get out of the bed right now, use that tool. Set your alarm clock. It's like, I'm gonna take a shower. Boom. We can work on them. We can work on the mental. Whatever's holding you back, let it go. It wait, like if a job is, if a job is getting you down or getting you in this place, remember that job wasn't your God. You gotta let it go. Yeah, I probably understand that job taught you a lot, or maybe it gave you some personality or brung something out of you, but okay, it did that. Because everybody has time, everything has time, and mommy did that for you. It made that situation, that moment happen for you, so you can do that. Okay, that's cool. You gotta let that go. Cause how can you look forward if you always looking backwards? I repeat, How can you always look? How can you look forward if you always looking backwards? Your ass gonna trip on something every goddamn time. Why? Cause you ain't paying attention, and cause you're not paying attention to what's going on in front of you. Don't let the past make you bitter. Make you better. Did y'all hear me? Don't make the past make you bitter. Make you better. Make it make you better. Boom. That's in anything. What else hold you down? A job, a boy, a girl, girls, boys. Let that shit go. Because at the end of the day, they moved on. You should too. They ain't worried about you, Annie. They ain't worried about you, Marcus. They ain't worried about you. You know, they ain't worried about you, Jose. They moved on. You got to too. Memories that you just hold on to, yeah, but you also flip through a page too. You know, don't let nothing hold nothing. You don't let nothing in it, especially right now, pandemic, cause they're just an extra goddamn blanket with it. Don't let nothing be your guide to hold you back to what you need to do. They're just getting in the way. Don't let nothing get in your way. Especially if there's something that you don't even have. Don't let your past hold you back. Because if you can't see it, nobody else can. You know me. I'm gonna talk that talk, real world talk, J talk, self-improvement. That's what we do. We self-improve. That's what we do. Motivating y'all. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna, end out with some music, with some soothing, calm music, and that's how we were gonna do it. And I had to learn to let go, also too. So I'm speaking for experience too. It took me longer than I thought it should have, but I did. Because I'm a firm believer if you let something go, and if it come back, then it's here to stay. So that's my thing. That's what I would tell y'all. That's what I tell everyone. That's what I would tell everyone. I will repeat myself if you didn't hear it. Let something go, and if it come back to you, then it's here to stay. Then it's real. Then all that what you did means something. If it don't, you can't wait for it either. You got to keep going. If it's gonna come back to it, it's gonna come. It's gonna catch up with you while you moving forward. But you got to move forward. Can't move. You ain't nothing chasing you if you ain't walking. You ain't running. You ain't pacing. You ain't skipping. You understand? Love y'all. Here we go. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. That was Blue Summer, and I just wanted to. I'm about to get out, but I just wanted to tell you a story behind that song. Yeah, I created that song. I made that song when I was like depressed, and so so if you listen to the song, and if you're hearing it, you can hear like the pain in it. So that's why I showed it. It was. I was just in the moment. So that's all. It's probably stupid, but hey, another exclusive. I'm out. Love y'all.